With the release of Tag the Toten on Black Ops 4, not only does it bring about the end of this DLC season for the game, it also brings about the end of the current Zombies storyline, being the Ether storyline. And 11 years in the making, to end on a PowerPoint slideshow, has split the community straight down the middle between those that liked it and those that absolutely hated it. And this is what we're going to look into in this video today. We're going to look into the backlash against it, why the community is so split, and basically, why did it end like it did. But first off, a bit of personal history. Once I got my first ever console, my brother's old Xbox 360, whose red rings of death are burned into my retinas to this day, my journey started with the 2008 title Call of Duty World at War, with the bonus mode Nacht der Untoten, where our 11-year journey begins. I played Zombies religiously, and as a kid who wasn't very good at the multiplayer, mowing down hordes of AI made me feel so much better, and when some dude called Z_Pro Shadows snipes me from the back of the map, I knew I could rely on zombies to cheer me up, and looking back, it's crazy to think that a little bonus game mode evolved into such a large, dedicated fan base.
You missed it, we raised $200,000 for charity a week ago. I have no doubt in my mind that the Zombies community is the best community on YouTube, hands down. I cannot think of one other community on YouTube that in under 7 hours can raise $200,000, $250,000 for charity.
It would also become a serious source of income and a major selling point for the franchise for the next decade. And as I previously said, I have been an avid lover of Call of Duty Zombies for literally half of my life, and to see it end is a sad experience for me. I made many friends from my time on Black Ops 1 Zombies, and have been a dedicated player all the way up until Black Ops 4. So let's talk about the current state of Zombies. When we compare Zombies from launch to the maps we have now, the differences are vast and blatantly obvious in most cases. For starters, let's compare Blood of the Dead, one of the launch maps for Black Ops 4, with DLC free map Alpha Omega, which came out a few months ago. Let's look at Alpha Omega, which is a remake of Nuketown Zombies from Black Ops 2.
That would be us.
We're going to fight the war, Eddie. The great war.
I wish I could tell you I was sorry, Edward. But I'm not. No! No, you can help me! You're a doctor! Wait! I want to be me. Someone who did all the hard work! I wanted to keep going. This is me. My slightest heart. You won't even remember.
So we can see a distinct change when it comes to these two maps, and that trend continued into Tag the Toten, the final map. Look, either you liked the end or you hated it. It doesn't matter, but what is impossible to ignore is the feeling that the Ether storyline's final maps and story ending feel rushed and half-baked. Now that the story is done and the community is fairly split on how it has ended, we can start asking the question, why did it end like it did? But if this article from May 2019 is to be believed, it may shed some light on the current state of Black Ops 4 and why Zombies ended like it did. According to Jason Schreier, a very reputable reporter at Kotaku, with a pretty solid track record with this kind of story of leaks and all that, according to the article, apparently it was an absolute mess, and Activision had to bring in Treyarch to fix it, which meant the 2-year development cycle is gone, For now, it's back to how it was when Modern Warfare in 2007 came out, with Treyarch and Infinity Ward taking yearly turns with each new installment. So what can we learn from this new article? Treyarch have been pulled onto COD 2020, which means their resources will be stretched thin between Black Ops 4 and the next COD. It would also explain why Call of Duty Zombies ended like it did. Finishing the story and DLC for the mode would mean more time could be applied to Call of Duty 2020. It would also explain the cutscenes. It is counterproductive to put time and effort into expensive cutscenes when your next game is no longer 2 years away, but has now been moved up to just over a year away. They're literally against the clock and a tight deadline set by Activision. A more recent example of Treyarch winding down development for Black Ops 4 comes with the most recent operation, Dark Divide, which has been billed as the last operation for Black Ops 4. This directly contradicts what Treyarch said back before the game's release when they said it would be in it for the long haul. It appears their attitude has now changed, and I believe Call of Duty 2020 is the reason for this. In my opinion, this is the most logical conclusion. From a business standpoint, it makes a lot of sense. It's just a shame that an 11-year-long narrative had to be wrapped up quicker than Game of Thrones Season 8 in a really half-assed, half-baked manner. And that's it. I hope this cleared up some questions you as the community may have. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe. Comment your thoughts and opinions below, and I'll see you later.